Like and subscribe if you do not fear the truth. Welcome to the internet. This is a place that is known for exposing lies. It is totally opposite of the Matrix. The Matrix is the reality that demons want to create to deceive, and because they are ashamed and embarrassed by their actions. They want to portray themselves as having morals and virtue, but they have none. They lie about their history, but their character never changes. They were racist in 1776, and they are racist in 2023. You see, their character has not changed, even though they lie about their history. You see, your history is who you are. It is your character. You can lie about your history, but your character is who you are. And you measure a person by the content of their character, not the lies, historical lies that they tell about themselves. The reality of the situation is you cannot fool an intelligent person, because he's not going to judge you on your history. He's going to judge you on your racist, satanic behavior. Now, some people who are not around you and spend too much time watching TV will fall for it. But the minute they click on the internet, the light shines and they realize that you are lying. And the reality of the situation, you cannot be a proud American if you are not proud of American history. You can't be a proud American if you're not proud of American history, because your history, like your character, is who you are. So let's stop the games. You have been exposed. It is better to tell the truth now than to tell it later, because you're only making yourself look like a liar and a fool. Example, Columbus didn't discover America. We all know that. So you may as well get rid of that holiday. In fact, Thanksgiving is all about Native Americans saving Caucasians' lives when winter hit in November. They would have died because they didn't know how to live on this continent. And what did the Native Americans get for being human beings, for being passionate people, moral people, caring people? What did they get? They got what the lady got who let the snake in that was freezing and hungry, and she fed the snake, and then the snake bit her and blamed her for not knowing or acting in accordance when you take a snake into your house. They blamed her for that. And then as they deleted Native American, calling them savages, they called it manifest destiny. They called it manifest destiny. That is not just hypocrisy. That is insanity. The history of the United States combined with the lies that have been spread is also a part of the history of the United States and makes those people who told those lies and still believe those lies insane. They are also insane for not being able to look in the mirror at themselves and face themselves because they are ashamed of themselves. But they will turn the mirror around and then judge other people on their morals and their virtues while lying about their history and character. Now, correct me when I am wrong, or leave a comment if I'm wrong. Prove me wrong. Don't just start calling me names, because bricks and sticks will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. And I really don't care. Now, while we're on the subject of history and lies and deceptions, let's look at what's even worse than lying about your history is to try to pretend that you are someone else, trying to usurp another person's history is raw sickness. Raw sickness. And the fact that someone would try to steal my history is a source of pride for me. Because try as you might, you will never be me. And every time you look in the mirror and see me and realize I am not you, you are forced to face yourself. And that's why you hate me. Yahshua said that the people in Israel worship in the synagogue of Satan, and he is correct. They are trying to steal my ethnicity. And they will admit that Jews, the Hebrew Israelites, are black. But then they come up with this goofy story about they lived in the Ukraine and they lost the melanin in their skin in the Ukraine. Well, guess what? My people have been living here in America, and the weather conditions is just like that in the Ukraine. And I haven't lost my melanin. Do you know how stupid you sound saying that you lost your melanin? And not only that, the tribe, and there's a group of Hebrew Israelites living in Africa, and they have the DNA in over 50% of their population of Hebrew Israelite priests. 50% of their population has it. The so-called synagogue of Satan, less than 2% of you have that DNA. And I forgot the technical name of it, but less than 2% of you have it. You are not God's chosen people. And one thing is really goofy is that you might as well tell the truth because everybody knows it. And the lies just makes you look silly. Especially when I'm going to the grocery store and I see these people walking around on Saturdays with their black hats, and some of them got the little thing down there. It is comical to me. It is comical to me. Because for one thing, to be God's chosen people, You got to be superior and not inferior. I was born athletic. My skin absorbs the radiant energy of the sun. I don't get skin cancer. The synagogue of Satan people, they do. Living in Israel, they just getting skin cancer. One so-called fake Jew, he left America because he exposed the synagogue because his son had been used for years by a pedophile. So he was excommunicated for telling the truth. Synagogue of Satan. No, how can you say that you are people of God and then you're going to protect a pedophile? The person that was excommunicated, he moved to Israel. The father of the son that was excommunicated, I think the family moved to Israel, and he wasn't there but about 2 weeks and he ended up with skin cancer. Who you fooling? You're not fooling me. People in Egypt, which was Kemet. The Kemetians built the temples and the Sphinx. Egyptians, you are Greek and Romans, the Greeks and Romans who invaded Kemet, and then you renamed it Egypt. You're invaders. Everyone knows that life started in Africa and the people in Africa were black. And you won't even do DNA tests because you know that you are lying. The internet has told on you. You might as well tell the truth because the truth is here and you are fooling no one. We know that it was Napoleon, I believe it is said, that went around knocking the noses off the Sphinx and other statues. But when we go into the compartments where the bodies are held, there's nothing but black people all over the walls. There are black people all over the walls. They are black and they are brown. There are no pale complexion people in those tombs. So now what? You gonna say it faded over time? They faded over time. Only the color of the people's skin faded over time, but the rest of them remained the same. The only color that faded that turned dark were their faces and stuff. Are you out of your mind? You're not fooling anybody. And the fact that you won't release samples of skin and hair is further proof that you know you lying. Then you have the audacity to get mad. Well, let me tell you this. You only fooling yourself and everyone knows you are lying. We all know that Yasha was black because Putin opened up the libraries in Russia and showed the depictions of Jesus during biblical times. Why don't you just tell the truth? You won't tell the truth because you are ashamed of who you are. And every time you look at me, you have to face who you really are. Now, if you don't want to be thought of as a demon, stop acting like a demon. You are your character, and your character hasn't changed in the centuries that you've been lying about. You were a racist then, and you are racist now. With that, like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day. God bless us all.